Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. All right, so welcome to 2024, and we're going to try to get things started off here right this year and try to keep it on track. But first, let's go over here to the comments and scroll back up to the comments and see who all's here. All right, first one in was Walt Rogers, followed by Aidenair, and then the Marshmallow Man and Phelan Clan Wolf. Then Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Idaho Garden Girl, and everybody starts talking now to everybody else. Brenda at Duncan 1900 Homestead is in the house. Checked off is here. And trying to keep up. Everybody's chatting. Suzanne Gallet is in the house. Shadow Scout Sweet is here. Joe at Big Grow TV's in the house. At least I think it's Joe. And it might be Corky. Tibor is here. And I'm caught up. Interesting thing I have noticed over the last month or so, I've noticed not only on my live streams, but and actually any regular videos too, but on other people's live streams like Grow Big TV and White Family Farm and Garden State Gardener. It used to be that when I was in there watching on YouTube, the thumbs up counter would keep going up, would keep adding up, and it stays at wherever it is when I come in at. Like when I logged on over here for myself on Grayman Prepping over here, so I can type in the comments and stuff. It's locked on 3, only 3 thumbs up. But over on when I logged in with Camp Pat and Family Compound, I got 5 thumbs up, and neither one has moved for quite a while. So, yeah. And then I noticed like on videos and stuff, when I'm the first one in, a lot of times I'll hit thumbs up. The thumb turns from the outline to the solid filled in like it's supposed to do it, but no number registers. And then I noticed like sometimes it'd be like someone's video, like Idaho Garden Girls or Joe's. One of those will have like 8 views on it and no likes. And I know, but if they got comments, I look down at the comments. I know those people that are making comments are giving them thumbs up, but YouTube's not recording thumbs up. All right, checked off sees 10 thumbs up. Idaho Garden Girl was number 6 coming in. So yeah, it's just, the platform is getting really screwed up with what they are sharing information wise and crediting stuff. I mean, it's like I noticed on the chats there, Walt said he hasn't seen an ad on any of my videos since Thanksgiving. And Phelan said it's been a long time since he's seen an ad. I know that Kaylin Strain on my Your Prep for Today videos every morning, no ad. I mean, it's been going on for weeks now. I mean, it's like, they're just not showing ads, and therefore they're not having to pay people royalty, the royalty income, whatever is on it. And so yeah, it's they're screwing the creators over and everything. All righty, so I hope everybody's doing good. Hope you all got water. I got mine, just filled it up. Even though it's wintertime, you need to hydrate, especially if you're in areas where it's freezing outside. Because when the temperature drops down to freezing, all the moisture in the air gets frozen out of the air, and the humidity in your home drops. Let me look at my thermometer here. Okay, so right now in this room here, it's 73 degrees. The humidity here is 29% humidity. And the staff sergeant's office over here is 28% humidity. In the laundry room, it's 33% humidity. Hey, Random JL, how's it going? And so, if you're, during the winter time, most people think, oh, you only got to worry about hydrating in the summertime. No, you got to worry about hydrating in the wintertime, because you'll get dehydrated, and you won't even realize it. Hey, Kimberly, welcome in. All righty, so let me go ahead and drop this out so I can get it out of the way here. Get that, for those that don't know, I got multiple screens up here I'm doing stuff on. So get that down and bring up the my soapbox platform here, the news. So it's been I haven't done any the midnight ride in December at all. I didn't do it. So I got a bunch of. I'm only going to grab some highlights of some of the stupid headlines in the news. All right, so and some of it's, when I say it's stupid, it's like, duh, we know that's happening, but it's like they're putting out alert. This is what the headline thing. Alert! Rite Aid to close more stores in California due to bankruptcy. Gee, like we didn't see that one coming. Another one here is 33 dead as flu and RSV infections spike in California. But wait a minute, they're still below the 2019 levels, pre-Red Dragon levels for normal seasonal flu death. But it's an alert. Oh, we're up, but they don't say in the article, they don't say they're below the average line from 2019, 18, 70, et cetera, et cetera. Here's an interesting one, though. This isn't stupid. This is not a stupid headline. It's a stupid company. Okay. So let me go in here, bring up the actual article. Okay. 23andMe, the DNA tracking thing where you find out about your ancestries and where you're actually from. Anyways, originally the company got hacked, and it said, several thousand people were affected by it. The update on it is that the site it has affected millions of people's information that was stored on 23andMe's site. Millions of people's, not just a couple thousand like they originally said. And what gets me is, so on October 1st, they said they had thousands of it, where some hacker got into user profile information and some user accounts. And they said a very small percentage, less than 0.1% of users. And now it's approximately 14 million customers have been affected. If you use companies like 23andMe and some of these other ones, do not give them information they have no business knowing. And some of these ones I put out there on some of these companies, they do as an additional tracking measure. If you want to enter your social security number here so we can group you more accurate, blah, 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 blah. And people do that. Hello, Tofu is in the house. So if you got, one of the things is on this, I'm reading that it says, generally included ancestral information and a subset of those accounts health-related information based on users' genetics. Yeah, stuff you don't want out there anyway. So if you have an account with any of these like 23andMe or any of the other ones where they send in the stuff and they ask for all this other information, delete that account. Just close it, delete it, whatever. Make sure they delete everything because they don't have any business knowing that crap about you anyways. All right, let me go back over here. All right. California kills off 250,000 poultry due to bird flu. Egg prices could soar. Yet there was nothing in the news about there being bird flu around in California until, we had to kill a bunch of it because of bird flu. And everybody's been asking, why wasn't anything said that there's bird flu out there this year? And so To me personally, I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm saying to me, it screams of bullpucky and control. All right. I don't need to cover that. Oh, here's a stupid one. Back in September, they started doing fruit recalls for salmonella cases on fresh fruit, not canned, not frozen, fresh fruit. Okay. In September. I don't know about you, but anytime we buy any sort of fresh fruit, and it doesn't last longer than a week or two in the house, and then it starts to go bad. So you got to throw it out. In mid-December, oh, fruit recalls expands, and this company has stopped selling stuff. They shut them down. They're not selling fruit. Nothing's going out. The recall's expanding. It's like, wait a minute, all that fruit's been thrown out months ago. Now, most importantly, in California being known for fake everything, it's the demon rats that are known for perpetuating fake everything. All right, let's see. The fruit recall. 3 California highways named as America's most loathed highways. Only 3? I've driven in a lot of states. I can tell you 10 in California that no other state can match. All right, let's see. Here's one. And we're going to be touching on this here. Hang on, let me grab the schedule so I can give you a clue and we're going to be touching this on the schedule. This has been on the schedule for a while now. It was suggested by Suzanne Gallet here in the chat. And it is, okay, so on the 12th. So next Friday, we'll be covering this stuff about AI-generated photos and voices for scams and stuff. Well, this headline here, popular retailers accused of using AI to illegally record customers and customer information. And it was, you were kind of wondering about it. Where is it here? All right, I already got it open here. So at least 100 lawsuits in California have been filed targeting businesses such as Old Navy, Home Depot, JCPenney, and General Motors. And basically, they have the chat bots, and so basically the chat bots are all AI, and they represent themselves as being a real person. And so, the chat bot is programmed with its AI to pull in, to get the person to give more information than they normally would. Let's see what else here on this. Sorry, so I'm catching up on the chat. They're pulling some stuff there. Yeah, data can be. A lot of these lawsuits are being filed because, a lot of agencies are believing that these the data can be exploited commercially and personally against the people. The program convincingly impersonates an actual human being that encourages customers to share their personal, and I froze, so to get them to share their personal information. The San Francisco-based company is also monitoring software to secretly intercept and record keystrokes and mouse clicks without informing visitors or seeking their consent. So you go on a website and do it, and basically the website has the program built in there, and goes in and just sees what to track what you're doing. And so the chatbot and replay technologies were both created by third-party providers with whom Old Navy regularly shares its web communications for storage and data harvesting. Same thing with General Motors, lost it here. General Motors, JCPenney's, and several other retailers too. And basically, this is concerned a violation of California law, where one participant in the conversation, the retailer, cannot wiretap another, the visitor, under the California Invasion of Privacy Act. So anyway, so that's what's going on there. Let me go back over here now. All right, so that's one thing going on. And it's not just in California. You know, Old Navy, nationwide. Home Depot, nationwide. General Motors, nationwide. JCPenney, nationwide. All right, let's see here. This one I thought was funny. San Francisco Bay Area cities among the most roach infested in the USA, study finds. Geez, if you go down in certain parts of San Francisco, you'd be surprised if it wasn't the most roach infested city in the world. And same thing with parts of Oakland across the bay. Let's see. For those of you that utilities see your utilities being bumped up and your utility company's asking for more to raise rates and stuff from the Public Utilities Commissions, Pacific Gas and Electric, Northern California, wants another rate hike just weeks after the last increase was approved. Because it wasn't the full amount they wanted, so they're asking for another one right on top of it. Ford recalls new F-150s. Is that the gasoline or diesel version, or is that the electric F-150? The way they're pushing it electric, well, I wouldn't doubt they pushed it out too soon and they got all sorts of problems with it. Exactly, Steph. The way they allow the homeless to poop all over San Francisco and Oakland and Berkeley and San Jose. Yeah, Yeah, including just like cholera and a few other ones too. They've already spotted traces of those. All right, just swinging back up, taking a look at a few of the chats there. All right, so PG&E, yeah. So if PG&E gets this other rate increase, you can bet your bottom dollar that your electric company is going to be doing the same thing. And if you have separate gas companies, they're going to be doing the same thing too. Okay, I guess middle of last month there was a big applesauce recall, and the lead in an applesauce recall in California may have been an intentional spiking of the product. A disgruntled employee putting lead into the system and poisoning a bunch of the applesauce. And let me get the company name on that. All right, so Weiss, W-E-I-S brand, Wanabana, and I can't read the other one here on the pictures they're showing here, are several of the companies that were produced from one plant. They produced for several other brands, and so they were they believe the lead they found in the samples and stuff was intentionally placed there. All right. Yeah, this one here is a new Red Dragon variant makes holiday appearance. What to know in California? Geez, it is a coronavirus, like the flu is. The flu changes at least twice a year. It mutates. That's what it does. That's why they put out new shots every year, and they expect the Red Dragon not to mutate every year. When the first year they went through like 15 variants the first year. Yeah, interesting. Here's an interesting one. I'm gonna see what this is. All right, so let me get this one up here. This is funny. You got, okay. Open, there it is. Get that open. All right, getting it open there. 2 of the world's most toxic mushrooms found in the San Francisco East Bay parks. And a lot of idiots there, the hippies from the 60s, like to go out into the state, regional, and national parks there in the San Francisco Bay Area and harvest mushrooms. Both the death cap and western destroying angel mushrooms usually appear after the first rain and are lethal to humans and pets. And let's see if I can do this with, hang on, I want to kill that ad so I don't get dinged there. All right, and share that, boom. So the one on the left is your death cap, and the one on the right is your western destroying angel. So, yeah, they're, boom. So anyways, yeah, so if you're in an area where you haven't had heavy rains usually, well, mushrooms are coming up not just in California, but they're reporting this is in California here, but other states where they're getting unusual rainfall. So, yeah, all right, so I'm going to take that one out, go back here, and the other one here. All right. A noodle company in the San Francisco Bay Area had its office, and their manufacturing facility was in San Francisco, and they were getting citations and stuff from state and federal food inspectors and stuff for violations. And so they closed up that shop, moved it across to Antioch, California, and opened up a factory there. And they got repeated contamination violations there. Okay, the company's called Cali, C-A-L-I, Rice Valley Incorporated. And so let me see if they list any of the companies, brands they produce for. No, it's a short article. Probably not more information be coming out later this week and next week. And so basically, they are not putting on the labeling listing common allergy foods that they use in their stuff. Plus, they failed to conduct adequate hazard analysis or implement controls to prevent bacterial contamination. The Food and Drug Administration's inspections in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, when they first went over in San Francisco and then moved to Antioch. So I'm not sure what all, they're not saying what all brands, they said there are other brands and stuff, they're not listing the brands they are selling their product under. So instant noodles and stuff like that, you may want to steer away from those for like the cup of soups and type stuff and things like that. All right, Shadow, get some more coffee. Yeah. All righty, let me close that one out and go back to the news here. Oh, and here's the last one here. This is targeting people across the United States. Although the headline, because it was a California news outlet, said massive scam targets California travelers, authorities say. And it's not just California. In fact, it's New York a lot, New Jersey, and several other places as well. Basically, froze here. There is several companies that are doing it. The one just got nailed big time. Shray Goel, that's S-H-R-A-Y, last name G-O-E-L, of both California and Wisconsin, received over $8.5 million by running a bait and switch operation on short-term rentals including Airbnb and others, where they would. You got this. This one guy is operating over 100 properties across the country, including rentals in Los Angeles, Malibu, Marina del Rey, Denver, Chicago, Milwaukee, Austin, Dallas, Cleveland, Nashville, Davenport, Bloomington, and other places. And he's double booking and triple booking places out. And then he has a bait and switch schemes on it, and secretly he double books properties, then inventing fake last minute excuses for canceling overbooked guests or tricking them into switching to inferior replacements. The one excuse he gave was that there was a sewer problem and moved the one person into a, what was it here? I'm trying to find it out. Basically, she was moved into a flop house, supposedly after the toilet flooded her original rental, and then was told to leave early from the flop house. She was refunded only $399 of the $1,221 she spent. So yeah, and there's and the guy was using an untraceable Google phone number and used a stock photo for the profile picture on the Airbnb and these other sites as well. So, but Airbnb down here says when they found out about it, they also went to the federal government and said, "Hey, get this guy. He's ruining our reputation." So they've been cooperating with the feds on this one as well. Hey, Laura, how's it going? All right. Okay, oh, hang on. Did you hear about the lady that had her driveway removed? No, I did not hear about that. What's so special about the lady having her driveway removed? I know a lot of people have driveways that are damaged and stuff, and they get it removed, and they wait a while, a year or whatever, before they get new concrete poured or get asphalt laid. Oh, in Florida, they think it's some construction scam. Oh, I get it. The company comes in and says, "All right, we can replace it, but we're going to need, this much before we start the job, this much after we have the concrete tore out, and then a little pittance at the end to find after they get everything done." So they want to pay for pay for a certain percentage, which I think is 20% is the max they can do without getting nailed immediately for upfront for deposit on the job. Then they go and they start tearing, and when they start tearing out the concrete, they get I get some more money, and then as soon as they finish tearing out the concrete, then they get the payment for what the new one's supposed to cost, and then they have a final cleanup one, and then they don't show up. So from on some of those, but she came back from work and it was gone. Huh. She was allowed to put her house on the market, so someone scammer probably up to something. Yeah. Came in, "Oh, we got to sign paperwork to remove your driveway. Well, it's going to cost you this much to put it in. Charge you twice as much." Yeah. Anyways, so that was the news I had. So, and I checked off, already started off with one of the a scam thing going on down there in Florida. So if you're traveling and using Airbnb, double check with Airbnb about the people you want to rent from. Make sure they have a good track record with Airbnb or any of the other ones here. All right, so I'm up to that. I'm caught up to that. That looks good. Oh, rare super El Nino likelihood as a phenomenon reaches historical strength. Yeah, well, California's getting dumped on, and the water's not making it over the Sierra Madre Mountains into Nevada and beyond. Oh, Joe just got a commercial. Oh, I will get half a cent. This is weird. On both channels, I've been getting stuff, and they can't tell me how much I make per day. There have been several days where it's been 0.003, so a third of a penny. Yeah. All righty. So, all right, couple things here coming up here just to shout out a bunch of stuff here. All right, so Joe, where are you on your watch hours now? Have you broken 2,000 on the watch hours for Grow Big TV? I know he's been yeah, right. I know for I've had Dr. Paula on my channel. Joe's had her on his channel a bunch. Dr. Ruffin, let me see if I can look it up here really quick. See what I think she's like within 20 now of getting hitting the she's 19 away from the 1,000 subscriber mark. So let me grab this here. Control C. So if you're not subscribed to Dr. Paula Ruffin, here's her link. Putting it in there right now. Head on over there and subscribe to her. We're trying to get her over the 1,000. I'm not sure what her watch hours are yet. I know she's been doing a lot of videos and stuff, and on that. And so Big Grow TV is a little over 1,500 watch hours. So if you get a chance, if you haven't subscribed to Big Grow TV, hit them up there. Let me see if I can get them back in here real quick. Grow Big TV. Grow Big TV. Come on. There we go. Control C. All right, this is the link to Grow Big TV with Joe and Corky. Hit them up. They got good information. Joe's doing a lot of the giveaways right now on it. And if you do hit them up right now, their watch list. Their playlist for the live streams and the other things stuff isn't that big. When you go to bed tonight, hit play like the live one. Let it play all night long, or play one of the informational ones on garden plants and stuff like that. It's let me see, playlist. I'm gonna tell you what the playlists are. There's promotions, there's growing guides, there's some intros, there's art interviews. So and like there's six videos in the art interviews, 5's in the intros, 7 in the growing guides, and of course they had the Christmas sweater, ugly sweater thing going on. I think that was an hour and a half, 2-hour video there. So yeah, just check it out and give them some time there. And Joe gives away tons of seeds and stuff on Sunday Fun Day. In fact, they were live for 2 hours earlier tonight. And then Sunday, you had Sunday Fun Day. You give away a lot of seeds and stuff there. So yeah, I got plenty of seeds now from Joe. Thank you, Joe. Again, thanks for all the seeds and stuff you've been sending me. Yeah, Laura, they have great information over there. So, and anybody who's a prepper, you should be planting some sort of garden. And if you want some good seeds, Joe's the place to get it from. Elon Musk wants to contact the human brain to AI. Crazier than an outhouse rat. Yeah. So, oh, yeah. I got some videos I need to get out. I've been just recording stuff as I'm working out there in the shop. I probably have about like 5 hours of video that just of me moving stuff around, putting up stuff and everything else. So I got to edit it down to high speed stuff and edit out all the dead time when I walk off camera and walk back in. So hopefully I can get that going. And if I can get that done in the next week or two here, I'll be putting it up first here for 2 weeks for channel members only to look at. And then I'll be up and then I'll put it over on Camp Patton Family Compound for channel members to look at for a week. And then I'll open it up to everybody to look at. But there's a lot of stuff going on out there in the shop, and it's looking really nice in the one part of it right now. Two trials, FDI granted. That's all. Yeah. Well, somebody's making money. Oh, well, we can't pay you, a federal agent in the FDA, for approving this grant, but your wife just won a vacation home in Hawaii. Yeah. Drink up, folks. I don't know if you can hear it. The furnace just kicked on, and it's blowing a lot of air here. So, but all right. So coming up here. So tomorrow, I'm not ending it yet. I'm just throwing out information here before everybody takes off. Tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound, the topic is resolutions and plans, budgeting, lifestyle changes, things you want to change with. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow night. On Saturday, back here on Gray Man Prepping for Saturday Survival, we're going to be going to talk about simple preparedness, expanding your basic supplies. What are your basic supplies? It's going to cover the simple stuff. Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound for the fireside chat, we're going to be talking about canning stews, different types of stews and everything. And we'll hopefully have some recipes for you as well for that. Tactical Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping. And this one was suggested by Kaylin Strain, and that is biomass fuels for heating and cooking. So that's what we're going to be talking about Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping. And so that's what's coming up in this next week here. And hopefully, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, we'll have the doctors back on for Saturday Survival, and we'll be covering stuff there. So, what's the weird stuff happening in your guys' area that ticks you off, annoys you, or it just makes you shake your head at the stupidity? Yeah, there's definitely some stupidity stuff going on around here. All right. Yeah, and of course, if it's connected to Wi-Fi, it's got to be 5G or the new 6G stuff, which will totally fry your brain anyway. So they're gonna have to put cybernetic implants in there so you can keep operational. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Yeah, there is a lot of stuff here just going on weird. In the heavy rains, not the rains they're getting now in California are not as heavy as some of the rains that were there back in the 80s. And back then, we didn't have nearly as many power outages from the storms as they're having now in California, that PG&E's doing right now. And they're just, having so many power outages. And a contact I had said that they found out that some of these are they're just being told, all right, turn this section, turn off this block here off for several hours. All right, now turn this block here off for several hours. They're not being told why from upper management. Upper management is telling them, turn this off for a couple hours here or half a day there or whatever else. And they're blaming it on above ground power lines being damaged by wind and rain and blowing branches and stuff. Yet no one can find any of these damaged lines. They don't see any crews out there fixing anything. Yeah, it's definitely a corporate scam being pulled on people. And Southern California Edison is possibly going to be doing the same thing here. Yep, I'm serious. The companies are turning off the power and saying, "Oh, we had a power outage. We'll have it fixed here in a couple hours." Well, yes, we need to up our rates and stuff so we can put all the power lines underground and protect them from storms. Hey, Suladine, how's it going? So, what really ticks me off and it has my wife is absolutely livid there is Pacific Gas and Electric is tacking onto the electric bill a surcharge for upgrading the electrical grid and putting it underground to protect the force from electrical fires caused by the lines blowing each other and to protect the lines from wildfires. Well, they're also tacking a big chunk onto the gas bill to pay for the electrical crap. They need to be broken up, split up like here in Idaho and Utah stuff. You have Intermountain Gas and Rocky Mountain Power, two separate companies. Your gas and your power are separate, and they need to do that in California. So just separate the companies out. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. And of course, if you those that watch Suspicious Observers, if I get my tongue untied here, the several days ago they had a serious X-class solar flare go off. Fortunately, it was not aimed at Earth, but unfortunately, it was such a long duration, and that basically it sent stuff around, and we got a minor tail hit by it. But that group is now moving closer to being Earth facing, and now instead of being positive, negative, east to west, it's going north to south, and it's really getting kind of funky. So who knows what could have it. Yeah, there a lot of the companies are trying to merge and stuff so they can have more influence over the consumer. No, they shouldn't even be doing it because they should just tell all the tree huggers to go hang themselves, because it wasn't until the tree huggers started cutting down PG&E's ability to clear the right of way. They didn't used to have any fires caused by electrical lines until they said, "Oh, you can't cut these trees down. We need to have the trees growing more. Those nice green stripes of area where all the deer and all the animals love. We need to get that back into the woods, and stuff." Ugh. Anywho, oh yeah, I'm on a rant tonight, folks. I'm sorry. But there's certain things that I'm telling you, you need to pay attention to what's going on with your power company, your gas company as well, because the chatter in the Intel community is that there are things expected to happen across the United States this winter that are going to cause a lot of problems and are going to cause people, elderly people to die when their power goes out for longer periods of time than normally expected. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like soon as we can, we're going to up our solar stuff here in Idaho and minimize our dependency on the grid. Fortunately, here gas prices are, the company Intermountain Gas is not playing along that much with like the demon rats and problems like that. Oh yeah, it is very difficult to fix in an emergency. And if there is a major earthquake, it's a given that water lines, sewer lines, storm drain lines are going to shift and be broken. And you have all these big, huge monster transmission lines from the big, huge, the cat crane things you see up there, the girders and stuff, moving it. If those are underground and that goes across a fault line of the 480 something faults in California, yeah, if it shorts like that, it's gonna melt miles of wire and the conduit around it. So they're gonna have to dig it all up again and replace it. And they're not gonna know exactly where it is at first, because when a section of it fries and melts down, that electrical line is going to break in several spots. Or they try to pull it, it's going to be so degraded, it's going to start snapping, and they're not going to know where the actual breaks are, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to fix. But one of the things we're going to try to do here is once we have the house across the street paid for here, is to get a bunch of solar panels put up here to be able to just about totally run everything we need here, and and all the backup batteries. So we can run like 4 or 5 days just off of batteries, and because I mean, literally, once we get everything changed over to the natural gas, like the furnace we got comes with the nozzles and stuff, so we can put it onto propane and just change the nozzles out in the burner, and it runs on propane. The stove we're going to get is the same way. As the nozzles and stuff, we just change out. The tankless water heater is going to be set up the same way. The dryer, the gas dryer, is going to be set up the same way as well. So as far as big electrical use, we're not going to have anything in the house that needs to run on 240 volt. The only thing we'll have that's 240 volt will be my little BuzzBox welder out in the shop, and I don't do that much welding. And, it's just when I need to do a quick repair on one of the implements for the tractor. And that's the last time I did any welding, actually, was 2 years ago. So oh yeah, I do it all myself. And it's like, I don't buy one of those big old stuff like the Apollo or the Blue Eddy or any of those, because you're spending 3/4 of the money you're spending on labor to put the thing together and company profit to sell it. Whereas if I just buy the batteries, I can put it together without all the extra BS electronics on it that can be easily fried, and just hook it up and just run it just old school on it, and it's all I need. Uh, yeah. I know in California with all the earthquakes there, the stuff that's underground is always a major pain in the butt trying to fix it. It's not easier, it's not quicker, it's not cheaper. Aerial lines, oh, no problem. We fix the poles and the stuff's usually up in a third of the time as I'm trying to repair any line that went across the fault line where they had one of the earthquake faults shifted on it. The other problem too that they've had down there in California with some of the stuff is when they got these a heavy rain after a dry year, you get all this debris in the creeks and stuff, and the creeks overflow, and it overflows into the substations, and the buried stuff gets inundated. No, I'm not. I'm talking about normal everyday life, not post-collapse living. I'm talking normal. And the problem is, better hang clothes out to dry. Can't do that here 6 months out of the year. Since October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. All right, 7.5 months. Because of the snow and everything else, you can't put stuff out to dry. Put it out there to dry, it's frozen as hard as a board. I mean, now down in Florida or Southern California, yeah, you can do that down there. Minnesota, Ohio, Wisconsin, no, you can't count on drying clothes out. The house across the street, when we bought it, they had clotheslines set up in the basement down there. It was a Mickey Mouse done basement, and the humidity damage to the boards down there from trying to dry the clothes in the basement was bad. Now, and that thing is, if I have a gas dryer, I'm not got natural gas to the house here. It's easy, once the gas dryer is in, it's going to be a lot easier and cheaper to dry with natural gas than it is an electric dryer. Because let's do some math. Let's do some calculating here. So the therms or units of gas used to dry a load of laundry to produce the electricity to run an electrical dryer at the same time, they use more gas to produce the electricity, transmit it to you. Just the whole process of generating and transmitting electricity is an expensive procedure, and then trying to heat up the conversion from electricity to hot air to dry the clothes uses more electrical, the electricity, more energy to create that electricity and stuff than it is just to burn the gas for the gas-fired dryers. Yeah, it's gas is so much cheaper. Propane is even cheaper than. It's not as cheap as natural gas, but it's way cheaper than electrical. All right, who's going on? All right, good night, Joe. Take care. But yeah, it's our goal here is to have all the gas appliances, the furnace, water heater, dryer, and the range be able to run on either natural gas or be able to change out the nozzles and run it on propane. We're looking at getting a 5,000-gallon propane tank to put out on the other side of the shop. propane does not go bad. And, we'll get that and get it slowly filled up over a couple of years. And once it's full, we can just let it sit there. We don't have to use it. It's stored energy. And then get the solar system set up where what little power there is then left to use, we can run it all on the solar. And then once we have that, we're looking at some of the passive wind helix turbines, which are all recyclable and do not do what's called ice throws, and they don't make a lot of noise because they're smaller units and stuff, and just mounts across the top of the house in the shop, and it'll generate. Because the wind blows around here a lot. So we get that going. Hey, Rob, how's it going? Oh, okay. I see. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, now everybody's saying hi, Rob. All righty. Yeah. All right. There are two companies making these helicoil turbines that can either do vertical or horizontal. And what's interesting is in Chicago, the one company installed a bunch of the and I froze. The horizontals on the top of the skyscrapers, on the top corner, they protruded it out, so as the air came up the side of the building, it would hit the turbines and spin them. And because they're small enough, they don't, and they're designed so they don't get the ice buildup like the big blades do, which you get with ice throws off of it. These smaller ones, they don't vibrate as much as the big ones do. They don't make as noise. They're not as damaging to wildlife. And all the components of them are recyclable. And so because they don't have to have all the stress tests for a 120-foot blade to hold it together when these things are only about 3.5 foot, 4 foot diameter. And the company was doing that. First company was doing really good. And they had some in-house embezzlement, and they wound up going, losing all the money because somebody embezzled it all, and they went belly up. But there are several. There are two companies I know of that are producing right now, and if we get a setup like that, I'll not only be able to provide power for me, I'll be able to provide power across the street as well. That's probably going to be a few years down the road before we get to that point. I know that they're producing stuff right now, and they're just trying to get stuff out there. They're trying to get corporations to buy them and put them on their buildings, but they're also getting homeowners and small businesses to do them too, so they can get a broad spectrum. That's the word I'm looking for. Testimonial from a broad spectrum of customers to really push it. And the thing is, though, it's like you see these big wind farms. They're big, massive things with the big, the blades that are 120 foot going around, and everything else. And I know there's down in, it's just barely into Idaho from Nevada on 93 from Jackpot. It's called the Jackpot Power Company. They got all these solar panels out there, and they're putting up wind now too to provide all the power down to the casinos there at Jackpot. Well, they're in one of the counties around here changed its name to Power County, and it's It's just west of Chubbuck and Pocatello, towards American Falls, in between there. And they got all the big windmill things going on and stuff like that. And you can hear at night, you can hear the noise of those things. And then up on the hills up here to the east of us, they're got a 3-stage project going in with 56 of those big wind turbines for each phase of the project. And it's, you know, and the problem is the cost for putting in these big windmills and the maintenance cost. It sounds like an electric vehicle to me. It costs so much to do it, and then every couple of years you got to replace the blades. Like in an EV, you got to replace the battery in the car, which is the main component of it. And it's just, you know, whereas these smaller ones, which are cheaper to manufacture per kilowatt generated. Oh, but we can't, you know, it makes too much sense, and we can't, you know, get big federal grant money for it. Sorry, Suladine. It's there is some problems going on with the internet all over the place tonight. So, all right, I do want to try one thing here before I sign off here. Where is it? I want everybody. I need everybody still in here's help on this. So, in the comments, I'm gonna put it in here first over here. Come on, get my stuff here to work. Hashtag no FEAR, no fear. All right, so I just put it in there. Hashtag no fear. Everybody put hashtag no fear in there, and I want to check something out here. I'm using a new tool. Joe's been using it. He's used it twice now over on Grow. I want to see if we can make this work here. So I'm trying to make everything, get it all set up here to make this work right. Trying to make sure it's going to work here. Okay, we got a bunch in there going in there. Okay, so let me come over here. So I got the giveaway tool set up here. The matching text is hashtag no fear. And we were just going to do a test, and if this works out, then I'll start using this for giveaway for those that are in the side chat on both channels, if I can make this work here. So everybody got it in there. All right, let's see. Start collecting. Start collecting. Got 10 entries. And let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, and that's why I count 10. 11. All right, yeah, and it says 11 there, so it's matching what I can see popping up on the screen here. All right, so let's do it. Let's do a test draw. I'm not giving anything away. This is just testing, and it goes through everybody. Okay, hey, it works. Cool. That works great. No sound or anything with it, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, all right. Now here's the draw again up here, so I can try it again to see what happens here. So this looks like this may be something I may use on to give stuff away. Okay, so possibly on Saturday we'll give away a couple of Amazon gift cards. Cool. So that looks like a pretty nice even thing. Let me save this as a. All right, so I can save it so I can bring it back up quicker. Cool. Woo! All right, so we'll be able to do some easy giveaways for people that are just in the side chat besides channel membership giveaways. All right, so final thing. Oh, numbers have went up since I ran through the schedule here. So really quick here. So tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound, the topic is resolutions and plans, talking about budgets, exercise goals, lifestyle changes, things you want to do that way. So that's tomorrow night on Camp Patton Family Compound. Saturday on back here on Grayman Prepping for Survival Saturday. The topic is simple preparedness, extending your basic survival platform of your basics and stuff and expanding them so you can handle things better. Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound for the fireside chat, we're going to be talking about canning stews, and hopefully I'll have Tammy at Rebel Canners up here, and maybe I can get anybody else that does canning. If you're interested, let me know, and I will get you the link to come up here ahead of time. Tuesday, back here on Grayman Prepping for Tactical Tuesday. This was suggested by Kaylin Strain. Biomass fuels for heating and cooling. So we're going to be talking about biomass fuels. And then, and that takes us for the next week, what's coming up here. And we got some other good things coming up here, ideas and everything else. Actually, I got the schedules filled out through the end of February. So if you have any ideas for topics to address here, either on Grayman Prepping or Camp Patton Family Compound, use the Camp Patton Family Compound email there, and email ideas and stuff over there. I've got Suzanne Galays been suggesting stuff, Uncle Al, and Kaylin Strain, and others have been suggesting topics for us to use here. All right, everyone. With that, I just want to remind everybody, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing, and add a new skill. All right? Also, one other thing, if you're not doing an indoor garden, try growing something indoors. Get a 5-gallon bucket, grow some lettuce, rainbow chard, spinach or something in it, another 5-gallon bucket, and grow a tomato plant. All right, try growing some food indoors because the stores is getting really insane on the stuff. In fact, I think I'm gonna try something here indoors because I'm gonna try to grow a cabbage indoors. See if I can grow a cabbage. So if I can grow a cabbage, and then I be able to make some sauerkraut and stuff indoors. All right, everyone, stay happy, stay safe, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow night over on Camp Patton Family Compound. Take care, everyone.